So anyways, let me share this with you guys. When I do the live streams, I love to do the live streams. Sometimes I get carried away when I do the live streams. That's no stretch. I try not to, though sometimes when Joe crashes out, maybe that's where the entertainment value comes from. I don't know. I don't necessarily know what people want of me anymore. So I went undercover to some thrift stores this morning because I wanted to see what the competition was doing versus what's going on with the thrift store that I'm working with currently. I'm learning that like vintage is the thing. Like people want these old band t-shirts. Jim says, get the belly button fixed. Yep. I've got an umbilical hernia. The shit looks like I got a little freaking head coming out of my belly button. It's the most disturbing damn thing in the world. And I've learned that, once it starts protruding, that's like a very bad sign, right? And when it's protruding as much as mine is, that's an even worse sign. If you ignore it, you can end up with that thing like rupturing, and then that's a medical emergent. Now you need emergency surgery. So I gotta get that situation squared away. The problem is I'm going to be down. I'm going to be down for a minute. Philly says, is Gay Dave still doing well? Gay Dave is doing awesome. I'm actually thinking about starting another little podcast show with him. I know that I've done a billion podcast ideas. Here's the crazy thing too. You guys haven't seen Dave in the longest time here, but over on Joe Does Stuff, he's been in like 2 videos within the last, 2 months, maybe 3 months. I was thinking about going to see him on his lunch break and taking like a little on the road type of a podcast idea out there, and he'd be down for it. Street, what's going on? Joke, what up with Malaysia? I haven't talked to her in the longest time. Some people are going to be one and dones. Unfortunately, she probably was that. But honored to get the opportunity to try to put her story out there a little bit, to try to do some good, which I doubt that any good came out of that, to be honest. I can't tell you what else I bought this morning, too. When y'all see this wild-ass shit that I'm doing over on Joe Does Stuff, this is almost like After Prison Show back in its heyday, a little bit. I don't know why it is, neither. Do y'all rock with me on that channel? Can I get a yes if you rock with Joe Does Stuff and a no if you don't? So I know, where to take these conversations. I'm not trying to sell you on, going to rock with me over on Joe Does. Did y'all see my video yesterday over there with the guy Jason, who I just recently met? You want to talk about a story that's about to do unbelievable numbers? Sometimes I get really bored. Actually, every day I'm really bored. So I'm on Facebook Marketplace all day long, just looking to see what's up there. I'm not searching for anything. I'm just seeing whatever's popping up. So I've considered myself like this fashionista type of a person. I don't wear anything nice. I wear $20 shoes. These are like $15 shirts. I don't even wear name brand shit. And if I get name brand shit, I'm trying to sell it. I ain't gonna lie, it's been tough though, the whole not smoking thing. And it's not like I am jonesing or nicking. But God bless it, man. Sometimes I'm just like, why don't I smoke? I got a hernia this big sticking out of my belly button. I feel as incompetent AF because of this. I can't work out. I can't do nothing. I can't even lift nothing. I gotta literally watch people lift things because I can't lift them. That's not a good thing. It's not as easy as just going and getting the surgery. I don't even have a primary care physician. I don't even know what my insurance is gonna cover. James says, get you some CBD. I'm gonna need everything. So if I can get this surgery and I go through the downtime, when I come back, y'all, hey man, you're going to see the biggest midlife crisis you ever seen in your life. Joe is going to be on some way other shit. And you know what the crazy thing is right now I'm on some way other shit too. And I feel like it's either the midlife crisis or crashing out, or maybe I'm fearful beyond anything of what if it don't work? What if it goes wrong? I ain't really good at a whole lot of things, which is quite evident. I catch hell for that too, for all the shit that I try. You should have seen me this morning, man. Easy to read username says, I think YouTube shadow bans your account. I don't doubt that for a second. People could say that, I'm shadow banned because I've got 1 million+ subscribers and I only get X amount of views on videos. That's not the case. It's not that we're shadow banned. I just suck. You know, maybe one day, which I put zero faith in the fact that After Prison Show ever rebounds to the point that it once was at. But that's okay. And there'll be videos that hit every so often here. But the reality is, I mean, the heyday is over with here. I don't think that this channel will ever see redemption. I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man. And I'm good with that. Neutral Perspective says Joe misses getting his cheeks clapped by Tyrone. Damn, why ain't I think about that shit? I should have been done that video. Let's just say the hernia surgery doesn't go well. What would I be remembered for? And yeah, I mean, you could say like, oh yeah, After Prison Show. But personally, to me, that's not, I mean, yeah, that may be that. I'm this guy who found success who never was going to find success had it not been for what After Prison Show did on the internet. I'm a guy whose success, when measured financially, may not seem as impressive as one might think. But to me, I mean, Jesus, you're talking billions, you know, because I was used to making nothing. So when I was thinking to myself, yo, what would I ever be remembered for? Like when I think of what I would be remembered for, here's a guy who found this success by chance. I slipped up on the dropped bar of prison soap and I fell on Tyrone's lap. I was the success, proverbially speaking. When I found that success, I didn't know what to do with that. And because of that, slowly but surely over time, that success would go away. But here's the thing. What I would be remembered for is a guy who was always chasing after something that was unrealistic. That's the short of it. But throughout all of that, I created this thing that ended up being the birth of the prison genre, you know, mostly. I wanted to share like this Netflix special that will never be. Joe's side of the story. What it was like to go from nothing to something, and in the process, you created an entire metaverse. You did. You created a genre. That's something to be proud of. Something to hang your hat on. And all the wild ass shit that came, especially in the beginning. Whoo, boy, hey, that joint was wild back in the beginning. McFly says, how many times have you made that video? Put it out. I probably talked about it a bunch. I don't know that I've ever filmed it though. So I never got to the point. The point is like why I didn't share it, because I was bitching, you know, or it probably came across as I was bitching, and I didn't want it to be that. You know, I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, boo-hoo, I screwed it all up, you know, yada, yada. Yeah, that's evident. But there's a lot of really good realizations that I have. So I need to film it again because, or maybe I don't. Maybe I just end up sharing it the way that it is. If people stick around for the first episode and they can make it through the first episode, because there's some really good shit in there. Talking about when I first got released from prison, there was some really, really good shit in there. Well, the second one's bound to hit even harder. So as soon as I get done with this, I'll probably get back to working on the video for Joe Does Stuff. I guess the premise of this particular video is I'm making movies now. I swear to God, I need some Adderall. I mean, for the right reasons, because I'm ADD. You remember the guy that would come in here and dump heavy, NS, the zombie apocalypse flick? I'm still in contact with him. We just actually recently reconnected, and we would talk quite a bit about this whole movie idea. But then when I was working that job, you know, I lost contact with him because I was working so much. Well, one thing that I never shared with you guys was that I actually started working on that a little bit. And I was thinking about making it like a members only thing to maybe start trying to get the members up again. Today's video is all about I'm making movies now, and it's not so much about that at all. It has nothing to do with that. I'm trying to get like a crew of actors and actresses who are just down for whatever. So, you know, between like the little scene work that I've been trying to put together for like the zombie flick and just all sorts of other random shit, what I really want to do is I want to get back to doing skit video. But I want to push the envelope. And it's not just skit videos that I want to do. I want to do like short film work, just insane stuff. Stuff that you got to watch when you're on like shrooms, you know, like it only makes sense then. I was telling the guy yesterday, I was like, so here's what I want to do. We got to have a panel of judges. Can't just be anybody though. You know, you would be a judge because he's a professional chef. I said, but then we got to have a fat person, right? Just a random fat, like what professional shit did you bring to the judging panel table? You've got a professional chef. Of course, he's going to have an expert opinion. And then a fat person, like they just like to eat. And then a stripper, straight stripper, you know, half naked, just up there for the eye candy, just to keep people watching. They don't give a damn about that swole they cooking up. They just want to see that pair of tits pop back up on the screen. I be knowing what I'm doing now. I bought a bunch of used hotel or motel mattresses. You can resell those, right? Tell you what, if you're looking for content, hear me out on this. What if we take a bunch of old motel mattresses and we put them under a black light? We go mattress exploring with a black light. Oh boy. And I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was the spy glasses. Spy glasses killed it. Them things are so shaky, but I love them. I love them. They got the worst bit rate, right? And the megapixels are terrible and the audio is trash. But what I'm realizing now is the worse the video quality, the better the video product. Donate to support After Prison Show. That sounds like a good idea.